Let me ask then, what is the status right now of the Prigozhin military, to the best of either of you gentlemen's understanding? What actually happened? Was this a fake coup d'etat that just to give Putin an excuse to clear out his upper ministers and members of the military that he didn't like? Was this legit and then somehow stopped? There are rumors that Prigozhin's going to try again, which seems to me to be utterly, if he didn't make it the first time, he ain't going to make it now. He's been stripped of all his military, but nonetheless, people are suggesting this. What do we make of this, and where is Prigozhin and his military right now? Let's start with Operator Starsky.
I believe that his military are in Belarus. We saw evidence. We saw photos of camp that is able to accommodate those troops. We heard reports from potato head mustached man Lukashenko, who kind of like their supervisor or patron or something like that. Basically, they just got rid of Prigozhin's muscles. Prigozhin himself, he was seen in Africa during the summit, I believe yesterday or today, because Prigozhin, it's only in Russia you can go out with an empty banner and get arrested, but after an attempt of a coup, killing like 20 Russian pilots, destroying several aircraft, you can still attend such events because your troops are involved into this, and because you're like part of this mafia that is called Russian Federation. So Prigozhin was seen there, and he's doing absolutely fine. Again, I don't think that they meet with Putin often, but I think that Putin wants to continue his agenda in Africa because they receive a lot of valuable resources from African countries, like diamonds, like precious metals and things like that. So they need it. They cannot just lose it. And Prigozhin is responsible for that because he built a system that works flawlessly, letting them receive those resources.
I think Mr. Prigozhin's wild ride is a case of nobody really knowing what was actually the premise behind it. But at the same time, you get multiple stories from everybody who was even peripherally involved about what it was really about. And I don't think we're going to have that sorted out probably for a couple of years. The after effects of the wild ride, well, that's a different matter. We do know three things. Three things out what happened to the Wagnerite troops. Some were incorporated directly into the Russian military. Some were simply allowed to go home, and some were allowed to go to Belarus, and presumably from there to Wagner's operating overseas in some cases. That much we know. What Prigozhin's current status is a mystery, because, as you say, you're talking about a country where you hold up a blank piece of paper and they throw you in jail. But here's a guy who arguably tried to stage a coup, and he's attending, conferences with fairly highly placed people. It's almost mind-boggling. So I don't think anybody can really say what the situation is right now. We can speculate, but
he also went back to St. Petersburg and picked up, presumably he wasn't able to get all the money because the money was seized, but he was presumably able to get a significant portion of cash that was stashed at the Wagner headquarters, and he was able to pick it up and walk out with it. It's like, okay. Wow.
Can you imagine being the poor schluck guard who's posted outside Wagner headquarters in St. Petersburg, and oh, here he comes. Goes in, comes out with a couple of duffel bags, literally with cash falling out the back end, and well, there he goes. I'm not going to do anything.
I'm not going to say
way above my pay grade.